All right, so you're pumped, you're excited. You bought a house, now you're gonna add all those ADUs, and boom, shakalaka, here we go again with the good old San Diego push and pull. I'm not surprised. So on March 5th, huge meeting, and all of a sudden San Diego Now is saying, well, maybe we overextended it ourselves. Maybe we went a little crazy with ADUs, and now we're gonna have to repeal, we're gonna have to pull back. I'm sure there's frustrations on all sides of this. Number one, let's pick Claremont of San Diego, and people are building 12 units behind your house. You probably woke up one day and said, how is this possible? And then if you're the person that bought these homes, investment properties, which I know a lot of them, and now you're basically in the middle of a development, maybe you're getting sued, you're bought a property because you were told by the city you're able to do this, and maybe you're moving plans and permits forward, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I bought this deal based on adding, 5 units, 6 units, 8 units, whatever it is, and now they're saying I might not be able to do this. This is insane, and what do we do now? How are we gonna move forward? So look, the biggest problem I see here is because I'm in this game, I finance a lot of these deals. A lot of people I know do these deals, add ADUs. And I think originally we all thought about when you buy a house, you add an ADU, you'll help some housing, you'll do the house hack. It's great for San Diego. You can bring housing to San Diego, which is in a much needed demand. Huge problems because we are a shortage on housing here. Basically, what's being said out there, what's proposed. And so look, if you're watching this video and you do own a home and you're looking to say, well, I wanted to build 1 or 2 ADUs behind my house. Are you telling me now I'm not gonna be able to do this? The answer might be yes or maybe no. I think the focus here and what the complaint is people were probably okay in some of these neighborhoods saying, cool, you can add an ADU on the back or 2, but all of a sudden, how are you building in an apartment building behind the house? And my house is next door, and now I live next door to 12 ADUs and all the parking, and our street's crowded, and that's probably the frustration from some of this. But what if you're a real estate investor? I know you're a homeowner, you're pissed off, you're upset, but what if you're the guy that bought this properties? Maybe you raised money and you promised your investors a certain return, the laws were there, you move forward, now what? You're just screwed. You bought it, maybe you overpaid for a property, now you're not gonna be able to do what you wanted to do. Are you gonna be losing money? But the biggest thing here is not both of these, in my opinion. The biggest thing here is, let's take San Diego as a whole, we are short on housing. But what housing are we short on? Here's the problem. Get in a car, drive around San Diego. Let's say you spent the entire day driving all through San Diego, and call me when you're done and tell me where are they building housing in the right areas, that it's affordable, that's not luxury, that's not super high end. Because everywhere I drive, folks, whether it's Mission Valley, whether it's National City, whether it's North County, whatever, I just see these massive big apartment buildings going up. And when I look at the rental rates on that, I'm like, wow, who in the world can afford to live there? Wow, that is crazy. They do not build workforce housing here in San Diego. And I think what a lot of these ADUs, whether you built 2 behind a house or 10, I'm not gonna sit here and argue about that because I'm not in that. We can agree to disagree. Everybody can agree to disagree. Just like we've had to fight rent control in San Diego and things like that. We can agree to disagree how that is. Look, San Diego is all about tenant rights, and you're trying to provide more housing. I think you're trying to provide housing for that workforce housing, the student that's coming here, the person that's coming here looking for the studio, looking for the 1 bedroom, that is just maybe moved here, that's going to school, that just got their first job, that cannot and go afford a 1 bedroom apartment and these luxury apartments that is $3,000 plus, which doesn't make any sense. So a lot of these areas we're able to build, ADUs, junior ADUs, studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms that were a lot more affordable than these crazy conglomerate buildings that have all these all these great accessories, all these things that nobody really can afford anyway. So we do need more of that middle affordable housing for rent, and that is not being built here. And do you want to know why not being built here? Go ask your city. Go ask them all, because it doesn't make sense to build. By the time you pay the land and you take 5 years to build it and the cost and everything, the only thing that you can actually build is expensive luxury apartments. But everybody moving to San Diego, everybody lives in San Diego, doesn't want to live in a luxury apartment because it's not affordable. It doesn't make sense. So I will ask you, the city of San Diego, just like we ask everybody. You're apparently in charge. What do you propose now? If you know we're short on housing, the workforce housing, and we're not building it anymore, you make it impossible for investors to buy it, get tenants out because they're living in shitty conditions with termites, rats, bugs, mold, and you give the landlords a hard time about getting people out. One, they have to pay all these tenants, make it really hard, and trying to bring that C building to make it a B, the D building to make it a C or B, and you make that hard. How are we going to, the city of San Diego, I will ask you, how are we going to build housing for the workforce, for the workforce people? That the one bedroom is not going to cost $3,000 that I see driving around here. Somebody please answer that question, because you know what? I don't think they will. I don't think it exists. And you know it, and I know it, that doesn't. So this was an option to help that out. Now that's gonna go away. And look, as I keep saying this in all my videos, all my content, if you're a renter, enjoy the rent prices now. Because what you don't realize, because most people don't understand data, most people don't understand what's going on, taking programs away like this, and look, I get both sides, but I hope they can really figure out how to make this work, how there's a balance, because they need this type of housing built. They don't need luxury apartments. We don't need any more luxury apartments that people can't afford. Go look at them. Go look at the vacancy rate. Go look at the turnover in them. It's unbelievable. How did they get built? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Who really cares? I know I just ranted for a little bit, but I have to give you a perspective to somebody that owns properties, managed properties here in San Diego, has fought the rent control. So you don't want us to take dilapidated buildings and make them nicer and give people better living conditions, and take the C buildings that are in the workforce housing areas that you built back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, where you built that kind of product. And you don't want us to do that. Now you don't want us to build the ADUs in those areas where they need housing, but you're okay with the builders knocking all the stuff down, building these crazy brand new luxury apartments that nobody can afford. So we got to answer that question. So if you're watching this video, comment below and tell me, how do you think you solve a problem, whether it's in San Diego or any city that is dealing with this? I don't know. I hope you have a solution for it. Who do people care about this? You got a few people. Number one, you've got landlords that are going to care about this. The neighbor that's pissed off, like in the Claremont. Number two, the renters that are like, great, now I'm going to lose more stuff, more options, more affordability, and I'm going to be forced to either get out of San Diego, forced to live somewhere farther away or what I don't want to, or forced to pay more in rent, which I really can't afford. And number three, if you're the real estate investor that bought these properties that supposedly were going to get entitled and this huge wave came, how are you going to deal with this? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, look, people won't be happy with what I say on either side. I'm not surprised we're here, because I saw all these things getting built. I saw going, I don't think people realize. And as soon as people were like, yay, ADUs, this is great. And as soon as people started seeing these units in the back of their house in these neighborhoods, I think people lost their shit and said, this is enough. And then you started seeing the uproar. Then you started seeing the lawsuits. Then you started seeing come to the news. Now all of a sudden, boom, you have a meeting down at the city. And then boom, here we go. The city passes the city council. And now they're going to change the rules on ADUs. I'm not surprised, because as I always say, the government, the city officials don't really know what they're doing. So one way they allow stuff, then they got a knee jerk get back. And instead of coming up just really with a comprehensive plan up front and really talking to the right people. And so here we are. Now the investors are mad at probably these homeowners because you're screwing my investment up. And the homeowners are mad at the investors saying you're screwing up my neighborhood. It's just a mess. So this program was introduced in 2020 because obviously San Diego is short on housing. And if I go back to my last comment, that's what I try to tell you. If you're in San Diego, if you're in any place, enjoy the rents while they're low, because everybody's building and all this inventory is coming to the market. And what happens eventually is, because of high interest rates, economics, hard to build, and then obviously getting financing, you are going to see in the coming years all this inventory get rented up. And then you're going to see a lack of inventory being built. So drive around and you can see all these projects that are being built, right? Nod your head, yes. Do you see any projects that are coming off the ground right now. Probably not many big ones. So you're going to see a major lack of building, a major lack of supply, demand will catch up, and then rents are going to go back up. And this is why we keep saying is, how are you going to fix the affordability crisis in San Diego when it comes to affordable housing? Because you keep building luxury units. That's what we need. We need affordable units. So by 2023, ADUs made up 20% of all new homes. I'm reading from the screen here, permanent in San Diego. Why was it a big deal? Homeowners could earn an income potential. Renters could have more affordable options. A faster approval process meant more housing supply. It's faster, it's easier, it's cheaper, mentioned cheaper. And so when it's faster, easier, cheaper, people can build faster. There's a reason why nobody wants to build 80, 100 unit buildings. It's a nightmare. Go talk to me to build it. It's a nightmare. It literally, you can't get plans and permits through. It costs forever. It takes forever. And a lot of people, once they do one or two, they're like, this is crazy. I just would never do this again. It makes zero sense. The city makes it so hard to do this. And that honestly is the truth. You cannot lie. So why is San Diego rolling it back? Complaints and concerns, neighborhood density concerns. So we don't know what it really means. It will come out with the ruling. So I'm not going to sit here and speculate, but I'm guessing that some areas are not going to allow you to build all these ADUs. Maybe they'll build one or two, like I think a lot of other cities are. So we'll see what happens. And then I also want to know, what if you have plans and permits in? Are they going to just let those go through? Are they going to cancel them? So who's going to get screwed here? Because, the city will pass laws and the investors will get screwed. Are you going to have to go sue the city? Who wants to do that? That's money, time, energy. Good luck winning there. So if you're hoping to build an ADU in the back of your house, is it still feasible? I'm sure one, maybe two will be, but maybe if you wanted to build 7 or 10 in some areas, I guess it's not going to be feasible. Where's the future of this program? So if this really passes, you'll just have, remember, it made up 20% of the units. You're going to have, that number is going to come dramatically down. There'll be less units. That means there'll be more demand, less supply, and then rents will go up. And then you can go back to the city of San Diego and say, thank you. But I understand both sides of the story. I always look at both sides. I can understand both sides, but here we go. Like I will tell you in the comments below, or just let me know, how do we fix the crisis here in San Diego affordability? Because just so you know, if you come back to Kenny, we just need to build more affordable housing. Cool. So go find a builder that can afford to build a house, all these big apartments, and how they can do it affordable in San Diego. Go find one, go meet them, go talk to them, and they're going to tell you that it literally makes zero financial sense, because the cost of building that affordable house is almost the cost of building a luxury house. So why would you build affordable and you're going to rent it for $2,000 when you can build luxury and rent it for $3,500? Do you make sense? It doesn't make any sense. So in order to probably get away with that, you would have to have some major discounts to land or taxes or some type of government financial help for builders to make sense to build affordable housing. So look, if you are going to build an ADU or you're in the middle of it, I'm not sure what to tell you. You probably want to talk to an attorney or talk to people what's going on here. You might get screwed. You might be left holding the bag. You might, if you raise money for these projects, you might be going, oh my gosh, we're going to get, this is going to be a major problem. And so with that being said, you need to make sure you do your homework, do your research, and figure out if this is going to make sense for you in the future. I do agree. I do believe, that building 1 or 2 ADUs behind a house is going to make sense. But for now, this is what we're left with. So, if this is being allowed in other cities and this is what's happening, I'm sure if this stops here, this is going to be a waterfall effect with other cities. And you're going to start seeing more and more complaints pop up. In fact, this was being done in other cities because people are not going to let it happen on the resident side. And obviously then the investors are going to get screwed here. And this is going to probably bad news, which nobody's probably talking about right now. What you're going to do is you might spook the market, where a lot of people now do not want to use. It's not worth it. They're not going to go forward with the plans and permits and say, oh, I'm not going to be able to get this done. So I think you'll see a lot of money, a lot of momentum come out of the space where people are like, fine, I just won't go down this space. We'll just go do something else because this is not going to make sense, nor do I want to take a risk with my money or investor money and be upside down on a project. So I think you might take the wind out of the sails, and maybe ADUs are going to come, there are going to be less and less of them, which is going to be affordability crisis in the future. And so anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think this is crazy. Either way, either side, this is just typical here of, the shenanigans that go on in California or San Diego. Like I mentioned before, if you saw my video, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So now you'll take this away and then we'll have more of a housing crisis and you'll have people pissed off. But like I said, tell me what the solution is. We thought buying dilapidated buildings, making them nicer is a solution to get people that are paying low rents and terrible condition properties. You should get them out, fix them up, and allow new residents to come in and live in a nice, clean, habitable, health and safety place, not some place where their family's constantly getting sick and mold, rat infestation, cockroach infestation, things like that. And if you don't agree with me, you don't believe that exists, that's great. Well, go buy a property management company, go start a property management company and go manage 1,500 units in throughout San Diego, or just do yourself a favor, call a property management company that manages all these units, ask them that you'd like to take your camera and maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you're news, and go walk all these units that a bunch of people own that you might hear that are dilapidated, that are not in good condition. And you will see what kind of conditions people live in and why people don't say anything. Maybe they're paying $1,000 of rent and they really should be paying $2,000. So they're not going to complain or say anything because they don't want the rent to go up. They don't want to be, maybe get kicked out. And obviously they want that $1,000 rent, but they're not going to complain the crappy living conditions they're living in because it's a win-win for both parties. Is shh, don't say anything, I don't have to fix it. Okay, shh, don't say anything and I won't raise your rent. And that's it. So if you don't believe that exists in San Diego, well, that's because you're blind, you live under a rock, you live on an island, or you've never, ever, ever set foot and walked around these properties, but it does. So it's tough either way to see this. It's tough that we're going to have lack of housing. It's tough that we can't create more housing to make affordable, quick, and access. So you guys got to remember, to start a multifamily project here in San Diego, to buy land and get the plans and permits, and from start to finish, you're looking at 4 to 5 years. That makes zero sense. You could buy a house, get the plans and permits done in an ADU, add 5 units, 6 units, whatever. And I'm not arguing against the person that's pissed off next door, but think about it. You're able to have these stuff probably hit the market, come to the market in 2 years or less. It's half the time. It's a fraction of the cost, the headaches, the nightmare. And so please, I'm open to all ears. Go to the city of San Diego. Let us hear the investors know what is the solution to get affordable housing. I can't wait to hear it. Thanks guys for watching. I know this is a controversial topic. It's not easy to talk about, but look, it is what it is. I'm not sure where we go from here with San Diego, but we're going to have a more affordable crisis. And now that people are locked in low rates on housing, and they're not moving, and our inventory is not rising this year, it's just many, many problems. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. This one's a little bit of ranting, but I have a lot of experience with it. As doing ADUs, as clients doing ADUs, seeing these projects success, I get both sides of it. But again, tell me how you're going to solve the housing crisis. We're all ears. We'd love to hear it. I don't see it, how you're going to do it affordable, fast, and get enough product to the market. But anyways, thanks for watching. Share this with somebody. Let me know in the comments below what you think, what your solution. I don't care about ranting and raving. What is your solution to affordable housing in San Diego? I'd love to hear it. That actually can get done, not just some hypothetical that will never get done. Because I don't know how you do it, and do it fast, cost effectively, and help both sides of the people. Talk soon.